Hello again. My privilege to bring to you another expert. As I mentioned in the book, Dr. Mark Goulston, one of my favorite authors, a world-renowned, I just found out, expert in empathic communication, empathic listening. Recently in Moscow, Dr. Mark, is that what I just heard you say?
I was there teaching the Russians how to listen. I hate to tell you this, they were more eager to learn how to listen than Americans are.
Well, let's take it one step at a time, but that's a great start. Hey, we were talking off air before we started this recording. You have an intervention that you said can stop just about any argument in its tracks. Did I hear you correctly?
Yeah, absolutely. It's something, it's a mouthful, and I wish I could find a simpler word. It's called mediated catharsis. And what that means is when you help the other person get something off their chest that they'd be afraid to say to you because it'll make the argument worse. But if you invite them to say those words to you, and you look them straight in the eye, like I'm looking at you, what'll happen is they will start to giggle because you're inviting them to say stuff that they wouldn't dare do. So if you're a woman, what that might look like, and I did this with a woman recently, she has a husband who's much more left brain, solution oriented. She's more emotional, and she can get more emotional, and he gets more cold and logical. So the mediated catharsis for her, and she did it, is she looked at him, we'll call her Joan, and we'll call him John, and she looked, was starting to escalate, and she said, John, I think I have a way out of this that can stop this. Now, of course, John was finished. He said, great. He thought it was all over. Let's just go to have dinner. Maybe we'll watch a movie. Maybe we'll have sex. And she said, no, I think it'll make it much better. So she looked into his eyes and she said, John, say this to me. Joan, when you get all emotional in our arguments, and if I say something, it's wrong. If I say nothing, it's wrong. I feel like running into a wall with my head. You drive me crazy. And she said, can you say that to me with some feeling? And he said, what? Yeah, can you say that with some feeling? And so what happened is 3 days later, she reported back to me. I said, how'd it go? She said, it was miraculous, but I have good and bad news. So when I said that to him, he's kind of a control freak. And he said, well, when you get emotional, and what happened is because she wasn't defensive, because she was running the show, she said, you can do much better than that. Come on. And she said, what happened is he started loosening up. And after about 4 minutes, he was laying into her about stuff that he'd been feeling for years. And she said, it was amazing. And it's like he had a big weight off his back. And that was the good news. I said, what's the bad news? She said, ever since he did that, he said to me, you're my best friend. I adore you. He follows me around like a puppy. He's creeping me out. He's hugging me. This guy never hugged me at all. And I said, what happened is you helped mediate his getting stuff off his chest, and you made it safe for him. And I said, don't worry, you'll slip back a little bit, but at least you have a way to make it better the next time.
Oh, I love it. Mark, that's just perfect. I thank you so much. I hope people are going to want to get more information. I know they're going to want to read your book, Just Listen. How do they get in touch with you?
Well, they can find all of my 7 books at Amazon, Just Listen, and something that couples will like. My recent book is called Talking to Crazy, How to Deal with the Irrational, Impossible People in Your Life. Just Listen's about opening people up. Talking to Crazy is about how do you calm someone down who's irrational or impossible with you. It's not about mental illness. It's about dealing with people that drive you crazy. It's a great holiday book.
Yeah.
Or you can go to my website, markgoulston.com, MarkGoulston.com, or tweet me at Mark Goulston. And I have a weekly weekly podcast called Prison Letters with Dr. Mark Goulston, because I've been getting letters for 20 years from inmates who read my first book, which was Get Out of Your Own Way. But I hope you'll contact me at any of those places, and would love to connect with you.
And so if they want more information about mediated catharsis, I hope I said that right, they can find that there as well?
Well, we haven't put that out there, but if you read Just Listen and you like that, and of course you'll then want to read Talking to Crazy, you'll get more than you need. Have to sleep in the den again.
There you go. Dr. Mark, thank you so much. I knew I was looking forward to this interview, and it did not disappoint. You're a blessing, and I appreciate what you do. Keep up your good work, would you please?
Well, you're a blessing, and the world is really lucky to have you.
Well, you're kind. Thank you, sir. We'll be in touch. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.